And it's live. Alright. So first off, hi, Mission Dev. It's awesome. Northern Takistan had this really cool update, mind you. Long time ago, we used this AO to make a Stargate op. At least from like a year and a half ago. If I recall correctly, it was either... No, it was the not the Robo-Song. The Iraqi Guard Saddam stuff. But they added this really cool bunker complex, which I'm going to use for some future SCP stuff. My SCP facility that I built is already done, though. So the next iterations we do are going to include that mod. I also remembered Lagasola also has some bunker stuff, so I told Neko about it. But no, today we're going to focus on this fun little thing. I just got to test it to see if it's viable. And to do a quick test, I need to set this up proper. Where's my number? There she is. Oh, well, there's a lot. There's a lot going on today. There's gonna be a lot going on tonight. I'm getting into the habit of posting weekly schedule stuff, but Jesus, like, I don't think I've had a non-busy week ever since I got started with Neko on everything, but I hope you're all doing A-okay. It's gonna take a second to get in the Zeus interface with this mod set, but that's fine. Yes, I did devour. It was pretty good. I thought I mentioned that, but then again, I might not have because we were having, like, multiple conversations. But I need to go ahead and have a look at this, because a few things need to be tested with it. Number one, what happens to AI
Ready.
if, first off, there's no way in hell they're going to path in it proper, so this is going to have to be like a player thing. Alright, they stay inside. Awesome. Awesome possum.
Waiting.
I guess the other fear is, if they clip through, and I guess the only way to test that is to actually give it a try. First off, the top needs to be properly filled, but getting to it's gonna be interesting. That little texture, I mean, looking at it, it shouldn't be an issue. I'll put a little bit of dirt under it either way. And then I need a spot to put like a PKM. Which right here also wouldn't be too bad. It's just that's going to easily get grenaded, but I need to go talk with Mooskull and see what else it'll like, but... Yeah, no, you got some textures right here. There's a little bit of hitboxing. Looks like it's actually pretty well done here, though, because this is all brand new texture. So whoever's making North Takistan is a freaking genius with this stuff. And then the only other thing I need to do is, there's another part I need to properly box in, but if I recall correctly, this is going to be a dead end. Yep. Oh, man, but we got a lot of good stuff. And then this week I need to pretty much finish up the PvP shenanigans stuff and then just get back to editing. Minius, if you're gonna be in the Karma Cut stuff, just don't metagame it. I don't mind you being here to like see what we're coming up with, but that was a little weird. I think we were stuck on the ladder, actually. But, yeah, and then this needs to be boxed in, but I think this is the dead end. Yeah, if you're playing OPFOR, then you're totally fine, because this is going to be all OPFOR, and then they blocked off that side entryway. All right, cool. Yeah, so this is all completely viable. Good. Excellent. It means I don't have to make any revisions. Because in the past, when we're handed textures like these, especially if they're, like, ported maps from Arma 2 or whatnot, they can get very messy, and I usually have to then, like, put stuff underneath to prevent things from, like, falling under and all this other crazy BS, but no, this is good. This is good. And then I have to have, like, a massive cache system back there. All right. Awesome. Awesome possum. Awesome freaking possum. I'm trying to think here. How am I going to do reinserts? Reinserts are going to have to be done in 3 separate sections. There's going to have to be one that probably pushes them in the... Well, no. Because they want to land right on top of the complex, which means I need to have... It's going to have to be 2. It's going to have to be... One is the tunnel, and then one is the outside area. So there's going to have to be, like, an out of... What's a safe zone? I'm going to talk to him, because if this sets up a crater system for inside the AO, I need to do, like, that needs to be in there at least, because I can't have craters being made in that AO. That's just not going to work. Let me go ahead and save this mission file proper. I need to build dedicated OPFOR kits. And then I need to port in all of their stuff and then make some setups. And then I need to make a plan of what can I, like, have air do logically. But yeah, no, that should be good. I can honestly just port... And then I can also give, like, one group to Dante, because I got to make a roster for this one based off of how I'm going to organize OPFOR. And then that should be good. So you know what? How about, while I think about everything in the back of my head, let me go port over the other stuff, and that should be good. But we'll see how all that goes. I also know it's probably going to yell at me for other issues because it's older files, and they've made many changes to their mod set. And then I'm going to need to go send this over to Mooksel anyway because they're changing all of their... Right, they're making all those changes too. Oh my god, so this mission file is going to be, like, completely changed and ripped apart. That's going to be funny. Because they're changing to Acre. So I think it's going to be good to get all this stuff down on paper and then tell them, hey, like, y'all need to then make these changes so you can get that all set, but... Yeah, is there anything else on this map? Yeah, because this was the first round we did, like, what, 2 months ago? And then here was the underground tunnel I made. But now we have something that's, you know, miles better. This was just meant to be a way for my VIP to escape. But again, we've got so much better stuff to work with now. It's awesome. It's freaking awesome. So I'm going to copy and paste all of this stuff over. And I've decided, like, I also know... Honestly, I don't even need to put these down because they have, they're telling me they're going to do another type of aircraft and just going to, like, ferry people with either Little Birds or Blackhawks, depending on how many pilots they have show up. So it's going to be a weird one. Yeah, sometimes hitboxes in cave systems are going to be weird, Dr. Bottle. It's just something we got to work with. But when in doubt... Use the grenade. As long as it doesn't pull the, you know, armor-ported textures where you're climbing through ladders, there's an invisible hitbox, and it's like, bro. Why? Yeah, so actually, I might have to delete all those slots because they might have TFAR in. Well, no, they might not have it spawned in, but yeah, no, I'm definitely going to have to talk to them and go, hey, like... So if that's the case, if they're going to move it to Acre, I mean, I'll have to, I'm going to need a new mod set. I'm going to need a new editor mod set from them. And then I'm going to need to basically just put an Acre radio box down for wherever I decide to put OPFOR. Yeah, that's fair. All right. Let's go ahead and I'm going to make these out of survivor kits just in case they botch the thingamajig, but... Where's a decent place for them to teleport in that's going to be outside the AO but not cause a lot of loading issues? Yeah, the shed will do. Okay. I'll make them on the outside. Let's strip them down. And I'm thinking using 3 CB factions as the base for that. Faceware doesn't matter because it gets overridden on the server anyway. Excuse me. Ah, man. I only woke up like an hour ago. I made sure that today's mission was set for the server because that 1.3 update never got put on it. And I'm like, oh, but that's fine. 3CB. Ah, man. But if you guys have any random questions, comments, concerns, feel free to ask them. We're going to build it off of these robes. It's mainly when you have two stairwell pieces connecting. Gotcha. Thanks for the note, Doctor. I'll make sure it's looked into when we do custom stuff. Where do I get all my op ideas from? It's either crazy YouTube videos that I see from various different channels, and I'm like, I can make that into Arma because I have the know-how. Or it's recommendations from people like you, and I just go, all right, bet, let's do it. It's just people's creativity, and then from there we can pretty much make anything we want, you know? I'm trying to think here. I think I'm going to give them all medical perms again, just because it's easier. Plus, if there's more people working on medical, there's less people defending, so it'll, you know, bite them in the ass. Do I want to do... Dante's going to be like a 10-man group, so I'll probably have to make these in 10-mans. I just need to make sure there's no radio inputted, no GPS. We'll put a map. We'll put binos down. Oh, that's right. Yeah, the base unit doesn't have that stuff. So it just means I'm going to have to absolutely make sure it's tested on that stuff, because if that gets ripped from them, they're kind of SOL. And then I need to have a special VIP slot who's going to partially be a roleplay slot. I'll throw that to Dante's community first, but if none of them want it, I'll have to trust one of my chuckleheads to do it. Oh. Alright, I'm going to give everyone a cable tie, though. That's probably going to be a mistake, but... they're all going to get a cable tie. We'll do 5, 5, and 5 for bandages. I'll give them all a single M83 smoke grenade to work with, and then they can just pray for the rest of it. Alright, nah, but I need to do my symbolism. Damn it. Okay. If that's the case, I'll put that on team leader. Oh, that would be mean. Oh, that would be very, very mean. I'm gonna do it, though. It's like the definition of it, but... Alright, I need the officer guy. We'll put him in the background over there. Rifleman, and then... Yeah. I mean, at that point, let's just work with 3-man cells, if we're gonna really be that nitpicky. Yeah, no, let's just do 5-man cells then. That's a lot more Insurgent-esque anyway. I think that'd be better. But if I'm gonna do that, then let me also copy the kid over to him. Alright. Okie dokie. If we're gonna do that, let's just do AKM. What? Oh, you're in handguns, you goober. No body armor? Yeah. Yeah. And then auto rifleman literally means you get a fully automatic rifle. Congratulations. You have a relic. You have a freaking relic. God, it's such an evil thing to do, wee-woo. But it's funny. I mean, if this is the case, though, let's do 6-man cells. but then they're going to be the only ones that have the perms then at that point. That's fair. What's another fully automatic rifle? We could probably do a 74 as well. 74U? Yeah. Yeah, we could. So we need to move on to D afterwards, but... you can carry more mags with it. Ain't that cute? Alright, one of you gets the SKS and one of you gets, like, a Lee Enfield. Who's the lucky one? Good enough for me. Let's also vary up the headgear here. So we move on to 2A at that point, and, yep. I'll be nice, though. I'll give him a handgun to work with on CQC. No scope, though. No. But we'll give him a chance. Where's that shitty PM handgun? Yeah, you get a chance. No SFS. Again, this is a morale op, so it's gonna still be a tight... That's why I'm building kits here, because it's gonna be very controlled. When Karma gets back, though, when we do Benghazi... actually, I think ROE is still gonna be kind of controlled, but again, I guess we'll get there when we get there. That op's half built, by the way. And then, Mr. Medic, I'm gonna give you a backpack. Because I have no idea what to give you. So I'm literally just gonna put a box down with a bunch of stuff and go, alright, go at it. Here. That should give you more than enough room for whatever medical you need to do, and then I'll give you a red turban to work with as well. Yeah, I'll have them all have the same PID. What should we give Mr. Medic? Ooh, a Scorpion. That would be 61? Yes! Ha ha ha. I'll be nice and do the 20 round mags. I could be mean and do 10, but, you know. Nah, I'm gonna be mean. Oh, Liru's a horrible human being. That's okay. Alright, let's see. Officer kit-wise... I don't really know how to make him look different. We'll do a beret. Make him look important. Yeah, good enough. TKA. And then I need to pretty much give him... I'll give him, like, some Chad stuff, but at the same time, he needs to, like... I don't know, because, again, he's kind of quintessential to the plot here, but... The thing is, the more armed I give him, the more likely he's going to want to run out and shoot people. So I'm going to only give him, like, a limited amount of stuff here, but I need him to basically survive, because he's kind of a roleplay kit. Alright, I can get rid of him. And then we're just going to cycle... I'm going to do 2 groups. then vary the clothing. No, he wouldn't have a gold-plated 47. Maybe for like a meme op, then definitely. But again, for this one, we got to be a bit more cautious about that stuff. Shotguns wouldn't be a bad call, but again, I'm not going to really go for that for this specific scenario. I'm trying to think here. Let's grab that one. And then the medic we're keeping the same. Alright, so... And I need to copy and paste all these names over. Should have done naming before I did it, but that's fine. That one we can keep, that one we can keep. 2, 3. I always like calling them bone setters. And then you need Dr. Perms, because that gives you boosts to doing medical, and that basically gives that one little edge, and then you are... that, and then... So Dante gets 2 groups, and then my guys, we had what? We're gonna do that, and then you know what, we're gonna do this. We're just gonna number them. I want just before the number, there we go. Cell 3. Cell 4. Cell 5. Cell 6. And then, just in case, I doubt it's gonna happen, but let's just add a cell 7 just to be safe. And then in here, I need to make a teleport system. And I might need to shrink down, yeah. Right. Theoretically, these should float. I need to even test if those can have add actions on them, but yeah, I'll get there when we get there. Let's set these all as playable. And then I'm trying to think here. Oh boy. I'm just gonna boof the heck out of these. Equipment storage, yeah. Let me catch up with chat. No RPGs. Again, this is a morale op, which means we're doing this for their fun, but if you want to still come in and be a problem to them, you can. Same rules are going to apply of, whatever you loot on blue 4 bodies you can use, but I'm going to have to put in a special rule of you can't loot AI op 4 bodies in case they have grenades. I'm just going to put like a few hundred of every item in here and let whoever knows how to do cat, do cat. And then I have to put in a note to say, hey, if you're having that bleed out glitch, just leave and rejoin the server, because that was something we ran into last week, and that's something we can't really fix. I'm assuming the items that have a 1 next to them don't need a million things, so... It's fine. But yeah, if you have another question, comment, concern, feel free to put it up, so we'll see how things go. I do a KOG op every Friday, or excuse me, Saturday at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. This KOG op is not going to have Karma in it, so instead I just sat down with his 2IC Mooksel last night after we confirmed Karma wasn't going to be there, and he... I basically streamed him this location through Discord. I'm like, we could do something here with the cave and yada yada. I just had to test everything. And he said, yeah, no, we can totally build an AO out of this. He listed to me what his requirements for the mission are, and I said, that's great. Let's go for it. So we're just going to get that all set up. The other thing, though, is, again, they're making a transition from TFAR to Acre this weekend. So this mission file basically needs to be made and then sent over to him, and then he has to put all of his stuff in it, and then I'm going to get it back, and then just make sure nothing booped or broke. But then this was a one-off I was going to run probably in like 4 or 5 weeks, but now we're going to run it now, mainly because of, you know, Takistan's update with, not Takistan, but Northern Takistan. Difference, because Takistan is Cup, and Northern Takistan is, I don't need that many blood sheets in there. Real quick, because I do know a little bit of cat. Where is it? Where's the blood? There's a big thing of blood in here. Yeah. I don't know what it treats that as, but I'm just going to give O negative for everything. Because O negative can go into, it's the universal giver, so... Yep. Yeah, Doctor, that was a good call, because there's a reason we didn't give them to the players and ban them. So I appreciate your due diligence, because if you did that, we probably would have had to scrap the entire program. Which is what I stressed to you guys multiple times. I personally prefer working with TFAR, but there are quite a few things within Acre that are very beneficial. And I'm going to be honest, for something like this, where they need, like, translators and all this other crazy stuff, I feel like Acre is going to be better for them. Because usually I think Acre is only really good for PvP stuff, but since this is starting to turn into PvP stuff, I think Acre is better for them. Acre is like TFAR. It's another radio mod, but it also has what's called the Babel system. So basically, if you speak in local chat, but you're set as a different language than the other side, they will only hear, like, distorted noises that they'll be able to identify as, like, speaking, but they won't be able to understand it. Basically, really severely distorts your voice. But I think that's going to be really, really good for this operation. So, it allows for more roleplay opportunity. I mean, there's always the curse of testing. You'll test something a million times on the server and editor, but once you actually put, like, 50 players down on it, the bugs that require more than 5 people on the server to, trigger, then rear their ugly heads. So I was like, ugh. Ooh, ketamine. What numbers am I thinking? Karma's side is gonna... I guess I gotta call him KOG right now, because Karma's not coming this weekend because he has something IRL. And again, that's why I said this op was probably not gonna happen, but then Mook stepped in and said, alright, no, we can still do something. So I just, chilled with him and we set a bunch of stuff up. But... I'm just basing the numbers for now off of last time, but I'm gonna get this op quickly announced so I can get things organized. But I need to get this mission done file now, and I want to get it sent in tonight because they're doing a lot of transitioning for mods. So I want to get this all squared away, because if you try to do something not last minute, but even again, if they run on Sunday and I were to do this Thursday night, that only leaves Friday for us to then sit down and get all these other mods in. And I'm going to be honest, Friday, I got Friday Night Fights. Friday, I'm going to try to get a meme up in at 6:30. So it's like I don't have the time. So I'm just going to, get it. I want this all taken care of by hopefully Wednesday. But I think they're not doing their mod set transition till Friday itself. But at least the mission file, the slotting, everything else will be ready to go. It's just going to be, I get handed the mission file back. I put one radio box down. I give everyone a guide on Acre, and we're good. Simple as that. There's so much medical. But yeah, that's pretty much how it's gonna go for this stuff. Again, right now it's just filling this box, because I don't want to put 20 boxes in here. I want to put 4, but they're all packed with everything. And then it's just gonna be up to the medics to know how to use this stuff, because I certainly don't. And that's why I'm very cautious when it comes to making Karma ops, because a lot of the stuff they're adding in their mod set is stuff I do not know about. So it's kind of reliant on the actors to go in. I'm going to provide them all the documentation like I did with Cat Medical. I'm going to do the same with Acre. I know more on Acre, which that's also been a pain because there's this other thing I've been working on that requires Acre, and I can't give more details about it right now, but it was like, oh my god, this is all brand new stuff, and you're having me splice Acre with it. I had to go sit down with Dante, and I'm like, all right, hypothetically, if I were to get this error code, what does it mean with Acre? I can't tell you why I got it, I just need to know why this exists. He's like, oh, don't worry about it. I'm like, all right, cool. I'll hold you to that. Because I don't know what the hell that means. I'm telling you, being a mission maker and working on all these crazy things for all these crazy people is wild, man. Because they, like, some of them half expect you to know, like, what you're doing, but just because you know how to, like, make missions or especially do Zeusing, they're like, ah, then you clearly know what every single issue in Arma 3 is about. And I'm like, for what I normally work with, yeah, but for this, I got no clue, dude. I'll just Google it and see what happens. Okay, I Googled it, and Google doesn't have anything. Let me try the official BIA forums. Okay, the BIA forums don't have anything. Or BEI forums, excuse me. Why'd I add an A to it? Let me try their Discord. Okay, I indexed the entire Discord, and I searched for key terms. I couldn't find anything. Let me just ask this one guy who I know works with this mod. Like, maybe he'll know. Oh, of course he knows. Yeah, awesome, cool. It's just everyone has random esoteric knowledge about everything everywhere, which is why I always had this policy of I always want to work in multiple communities and do various things, because that's the only way you're going to learn. Because, my God, you won't learn otherwise. Alright, I need cans of tack bacon. Which I can just type bacon for. Yeah! So, one of the Easter eggs when it comes to me making missions is if there's a can of tactical bacon used as a teleport network, it's my op. That is a tell of my op, because I've just always used tactical bacon as the reference point. This is gonna be the toughie here, though. I need to have, like, 2 different locations. I'm gonna go... Alright, how extensive do I want to do this? One second. I need a well. Okay. 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 Sorry, I had to visualize in my head everything I wanted to do. I need to set these as 2-way teleporters. I need to have a can of, that. I need... All of you, you gotta still show the thingamajig. That's fine. I need a can of you to label as the master teleport unit back, but the command I need to use is gonna have to be an ASL for get pause and set pause, because if you use the base one, it's not going to properly reference everyone. So I'm going to put that in here, label you as master, and then I need to tab out and grab the proper command. Because get pause ASL stands for above sea level. And then I need to write that based off of... ASL. So if we're gonna be doing that, oh, this is gonna be a bitch to write. Well, not really. It's just a lot of random BS. And what time is it? 12:36. I gotta be somewhere in, I think, an hour or two, so that's fine. Actually, the master icon we don't need any of that stuff with, because it's not gonna save that. That's all going to be part of that. So I need to set the other locations first so I can determine how much I want. This one's going to be... that. And that's going to have to be done in 2 separate pots. And then that's going to be... master token... And then I just need to keep track of how many well icons that I do. Something in like 2 or 3 different teleports. We'll put one out here. That'll be well 2. I don't think I need to really label those, though, as variables. That's just more of a reference point. I can put a 3rd one right here. That's just to help me label everything. Yeah. And then they'll trickle in. Because by the time they're trickling in, ground will still be doing their shenanigans anyway. Yep, and then I need a 1-way tack bacon. And that's going to be for down here. And then I'll eventually have to delete that. So this is going to be... we'll label that tunnel 1. So it's T1, 2, and 3, and then tunnel 1. That's tunnel 1. And this one I need to uncode. Move to... And then that's going to be T1, and then... Area 2, Area 3. That's going to link to T2 and T3. Settings, add-ons, load. Where's the karma stuff? That's KOG. Awesome. Hit OK. I'm going to need to get new settings for them because they're changing stuff up. That's fine. Play in multiplayer. I need to set respawn settings and port in all of their custom stuff. And then add that one line of code. Gosh, again, this gets so complicated very quickly. When you, like, there's no simple A, B, and C. It's, okay, you have to do these 20 things and then move on. And then that's not going to have the description extension code I want. So I'm going to paste that. I now need to open a description extension. That does have respawn on start in it. So they just copy and pasted it out of, I'm going to yell at them for that later, but that's fine. So that should be set, and now we need to go into attribute multiplayer settings, set this stuff properly. I'm gonna have to bump that later. I'll probably bump it to 30 seconds to a minute. I'm also gonna put in supply crates in here for ammo, but at the same time they spawn with enough. I forgot to check off the disable blah blah blah. There we go. And yep. All right. There needs to be a respawn point, which that's gonna be funny because it's gonna put them on the roof. If I put them out here, so it needs to be right here. So OPFOR staging hub. I'm just using this as a debug feature, but I think in the future, me having those tunnel complexes and setting something up like that would also be really good. All of that looks good. Where's the officer? He didn't get set as a person then, if that's the point. Where'd he go? Did I delete him? Did you delete him? You totally deleted him, you freaking goober. Ah! Okay. It's fine. It's fine. No, okay, you're right. He is here. He's just... Yeah, I'm an idiot. Okay. Thank you. Good spot. Good spot, because I would have totally... Yeah. Don't worry about it. Yep. All right, cool. Blah, blah, blah. That's stuff in their SQF. I don't know what it means. That is also stuff in their SQF. I don't know what it means. And then that is all. It's literally, I've never seen a filled medical box before, but I guess this is what it looks like. And there's some items I missed too. Great. Awesome. I'm in hell. All right, move to tunnel. Cool. This puts us in the back end of the tunnel. I need to make a sandbag wall right there, and I gotta tell them not to spawn camp the ladders. There's no teleport back, though, because I don't want them teleporting back. Because then that invites the other faction to teleport there. I should have just killed myself instead of teleporting back into Zeus interface, because I need to test respawn, so let's do that real quick. I need to text Bernard, who is a guy in a community from Group Adler, and just ask, hey. Real quick, comma, the op is in 1 hour and 15 or 2 hours and 15, question mark. And he's gonna tell me, actually, it's in 15 minutes, Liru, where are you? I'm gonna go, oh, shit. Skill increase, boost 0%, reducers, woodland, suppress, what? Why did I kill myself? Ah, that monster, he got me again. Outskirts 1, pushes you in fine. Outskirts 2, pushes you in fine, that's a different area. And then Outskirts 3 pushes us in fine. Alright. And then I'll have to put a map labeled with all of their respawn positions, and we'll see how things go. Communities approach me to make missions, and I spit them my rate. Long-term plan, at least whatever 2 months is in your time frame, but my commission rate's very high right now, but that's because I'm also very busy. That rate adjusts with time. I want to say in 2 to 3 months, that rate's going to lower back to, I want to say, 2020 levels. So if you absolutely want me to make a mission right now for you, well, we can. But if you want a cheaper rate, wait a few months. But that's just because I'm busy. You know, we gotta sync a lot of fun stuff. But yeah, no, I'll probably end up making a channel for that too. We're talking about it.
Let's give him a warm welcome, shall we?
But again, I don't want to attract random ire from whatever BI does, but that's fine. Trying to think anything else coding-wise I need to worry about. I don't think so. That should be good. I don't know why spawning the Zeus module triggered that, but okay. No, so this isn't the tunnel op that I promised. That op is actually going to be now in 2 weeks. Because basically this weekend was supposed to be Benghazi. That got pushed back because Karma's not coming. So this is going to be a random op that I was going to host in like 4 or 5 weeks that we're just bumping up. So the tunnel op is still going to be 2 weeks away. But this also means that next weekend... I'm trying to think here. Next Wednesday is when we're going to first see that tunnel then, because I'm going to give the 506 an opportunity to take a crack at it. So, I got to, like, schedule in... I've got their ops, like, booked 4 weeks in advance at this point. So I can use that as an LZ. I guess at this point, I just need to start doing internal garrisons here. Let me see if Bernard replied. Meet in TS in 1 hour. Game is in an hour 15. Okay. So I'm going to give another 15, 20 minutes of mission dev on this file, and then just take a pause, do some IRL chores to set myself from the day, and then next stream is going to be at about 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. It's going to have a 10-minute delay, though, but it has a PvP concept that I've wanted to do for years, and there's finally a community running it, so it's going to be dope. And then we're going to have our normal nom op at 5, and then one of 3 things is going to happen. Can someone run the exclamation point map command to show the new guy burger how we run things? Cool. All right, we got our badges for that. That's a side thing with Bloodwing. But after the nom op, we're going to do one of 3 streams. They're going to be more mission dev. It's going to be Daisy or Bloodwing. Actually, no, Bloodwing's going to be in class because it's a Monday, so it can't be that. Huh? It's virtual, though, right? You don't have Monday class anymore? Oh, you want to do the escape room game tonight? All right, cool. All right, that's the case. You're going to see, you're just going to see Bloodwing and I try to kill each other in an escape room. So, it's... Yeah. We'll get there when we get there. But anyway, let me spend a moment garrisoning everything. Why did you set as a player slot? Where's the Zeus slot? Oh, is this... Oh my god, I have to replace all the coding on YouTube. Mother... No. No, I refuse. 1 second. No, I can just grab this from something else because I have this set as a other thing. And I guess this is a good way to get that tested too, because there's no way to test it because we have it redundantly set. But hey, Athena, how you doing? Alright. No. I'm not doing extra work that we've already set proper in other spots. I don't have Clafcan loaded on this mission, so I can't pull it. All right, I'm gonna have to pull that later. Looks nice, boo. For now, let me just fix the other problem. Where's that? And then that's not gonna cause a random player kit in the field. That's an AI. Let's see. We're gonna be an absolute dick with this, though, so we'll do vehicle garrisoning afterwards. Let's do infantry first. You know, I don't like pulling from Takistan insurgents because there's just not enough variation with their weaponry. Yeah, you want Middle Eastern insurgents, because look at all the different riflemen you can put. It's absolutely awesome. And then they even have some machine gunners and stuff set.
Let's give them a warm welcome, shall we?
So let's get that all going. Just woke up vibing. Nice. I woke up 2 hours ago, had to deal with a bunch of DMs, and then went from there. And here we are now. Why not save it as a custom composition? Because they have constantly changed their mod set, and if I save it as a custom composition, it might be incompatible because they keep adding and changing things to their mod set. Example, 2 weeks ago, they decided to add Cat Medical. This weekend, they're now adding, they're changing from TFAR to Acre. So if any of those items have any dependencies from anything, they also did something because they have a homebrew mod that they made an update to, and they made it as a local mod. So that had to be re-downloaded, but that also created dependencies. So what I'm trying to say is, custom compositions work as long as you don't change the mod set or you don't change the stuff within the mod set that rearranges dependencies, because otherwise it breaks and you can't use it again. Which is why you actually don't see me save a lot of stuff that's kit-based in custom compositions. You'll see me save scripted units like zombies or crazy, wacky vehicles and whatnot, because that stuff usually doesn't change. But infantry, player stuff, whatever, that changes on a freaking dime. And as Karma with KOG is trying to optimize how he wants his guys to play and how he wants his guys to run things, they're going to be changing that week to week. Every Kill KOG event he has hosted, they literally say is a test stop because they're always testing something new. And I'm hoping, you know, months down the line, as people like me help him and the KOG group as a whole optimize everything, there will eventually be a point where I can set their roster as a custom composition and leave it at that. But until we get to that point, it's not going to happen anytime soon. Now, another thing they asked me to do, and I gotta now find the needle in the haystack, or as I like to joke, the hay in the needle stack, which actually I might have just, never mind. All right, I don't have to bitch about it. Cool. Because this one has the interior, right? Yep, because those don't. Awesome. Bitching avoided. Because I know what to look for, because I've played this game for too damn long. Because I think I'm the only person in the world that I can claim I Zeus professionally. You could say you do anything professionally as long as you get paid for it, but I try to up that by saying, I actually make enough money to live off of it. And that's my line, but, oh my god. When you're hiding objects, make sure for multiplayer settings you always check this box, because otherwise when people reload on the server, it might not initialize for them, in which case you might get screwed. But is there any other serial boxes on this map? Or at least in this AO, because they wanted this to be a fully breachable area, and I think the answer is no. By the way, serial box is terminology for an Arma or Arma 2 ported building that you can't actually enter. So those barracks buildings, I mean, just to show you, you can't actually enter them. There's no texture, there's no interaction with the door, so it's a serial box. Are they aligned? Oh, okay, that actually makes this job easier, because then I can just drag you, and then, well, with that in mind. And then, there we go. Yeah, cool. And then they should be fully destructible. Let me just check on the floors, make sure nothing's clipping. No, we're good. All right, cool. Now back to this stuff. Stream did the silly? Oh. second, let me tell you guys a refresher. You know, I don't know why I keep running into that issue, because on my end, I've got no drop frames, I've got no network hiccups. Something has been going on in Twitch for the past month that's been randomly causing stream drops. Around this time, too. I don't know why, but it's just something weird on their network server. So what I might do is try transferring to a different server, because I live right next to Herndon and Ashburn in Virginia, because those are always two large network hubs. But usually I'm on Ashburn, but when Ashburn has random issues, I switch to Herndon for like a few months, and then I'll slowly move back to Ashburn because it just gives me a little bit of, like milliseconds we're talking, but it's enough for me to be happy with it, but just to get that all changed out, but it's weird. Oh, you know how it is. Alright, that should be a good chunk of units, or at least AI down, and then the rest is going to be filled by, players. And then I might actually knock that AI count down a little bit, depending on how many players we actually have show up, because we have 30 actors again, and they're all going to be, you know, OPFOR this time around, and we definitely want to limit that a bit more. The PvP, if you're talking about this op, it's a 9 p.m. op. On Saturday, if you're talking about the PvP stream I mentioned earlier, that's going to be in about an hour and a half. At least start time for you guys, because it's going to be on a 10-minute delay. And you'll see why when we get in there. But basically, personally, it's really important for me that I cover this, because my father gave me a PvP concept idea years ago that he really wanted to see run. But we never got the opportunity to get it run. But now we finally have that opportunity, because another community is doing something that's nearly identical. So it's going to mean the world to me to get that covered, so I can then show him and go, hey, we finally got it ran. So, but it's got to be a 10-minute delay because of what it is. I have a lot more M76s on the map, and an M76 is literally just a AK that fires harder but only has 10 rounds. Huh. Ain't that funny. What do you mean by... Oh, rules of engagement. Wait, no, that would be ROE. What's ROA? Metro. You mean rules of attack, or can you... I'm unfamiliar with that one. ROE. I'm gonna be honest. They roleplay until shots start going, and then once shots start going out, they just shoot anyone with a gun, or anyone that, you know, might be looking like they have a gun. They'll also be very quick to snipe any unarmed vehicles in the AO out of a precaution. So they're very aggressive. Which is why I try to warn the players that are, like, on the roleplay slots of, like, look, even if it looks like you go into a gun animation, they will drop you. Which is fine. In an op where it's, you know, a very unforgiving medical system, it makes total sense to me, but I know that not everyone is gonna appreciate a system like that. Which is why I warn people, like, hey, this is not a checkpoint RP where we're just gonna meme around. This is something where they want some serious roleplay, but they're gonna probably, like, dick you. So be careful. A little worried about the clipping here at this point, but what we could do instead is expand on this and add a few different entryways. Yeah, rule's gonna have to be for the internal guys, don't camp the ladders. What the dog doing? RO equals violence. No. Anyway. I think that's gonna be it, because I want the fighting in the tunnel to mainly be PvP. How it's gonna go down is they're going to basically do a first layer of airstrikes around here, take out the core vehicles, land around here, maybe land around over here. They're going to capture the roleplay guy, detain him. He's going to be out for the rest of the game. First wave of OPFOR is going to be all around this position on the hills and whatnot. Ordered only really to take pot shots, not really try to kill him going in. And that's going to stay for the entire thing. Unless it's like they're really being dumb and they don't drop you like within 2 seconds, then you can shoot them in the legs and whatnot, but don't go for killing shots. Then they're going to interrogate that guy. That's going to lead them to the tunnel, and then people are going to go and clear that tunnel out. That's where more PvP is going to happen. Tunnel's going to be a 1 life if you decide to go in the tunnel, but once you die, then you can take the other 3 and then start trying to trickle in to fight, and then their 1-4 element's going to stay on Overwatch and try to murk y'all. And again, depending on how many actors we have for that, that should be good, but yeah, we'll see how things go. There's not really going to be a lot of fighting in the town itself, but, I mean, you can... The goal is to get from basically one of the teleports to the town and then fight from the town to the Overwatch element where they decide to take that. So yeah, we'll see how that goes, but I think for now, this mission file is pretty much set. I just need to load this up with Klafgan again so I can re-import the player kits over there. And then there's some caches that I have already pre-made that I'm going to put in there, but I'm just going to probably change them out and only do ammo. So that should be fine. But yeah, I'm going to give that a save, won't export. But anyway, guys, let's see. Next stream's going to be in about an hour, 15 minutes. And again, we'll be PvP. I'll be covering some of that, and then we'll be transferring over to the Vietnam op. And then Bloodway and I are going to stream something where we're just going to be very angry with each other. But anyway, thank you so much for watching. Go operate operationally. Enjoy the rest of your day or night. Cheers, and have a good one.